Here I am with a treat. Look at this. If you don't know this fruit, or you haven't seen this fruit before, this is the Achacha Fruit, or in Australia as it is known as the Achacha, and they are rolling around going crazy here. So I have the Achacha here today to give you a look at how amazing and wonderful this fruit is. We're going to have a look at the fruit, we're going to have a little chat about the tree, and hopefully get you on track to start growing these yourselves. So it's a beautiful fruit. It's going to want to grow in a tropical or a subtropical area with a high rainfall. So this is a fruit tree that likes ample water. So if you are able to provide irrigation, or if you're not living in those subtropical or tropical climates and you want to try growing this in a pot, make sure that you feed it well and you give it a good amount of water to get it off to the right start. So it is also a tree that is quite slow growing. So patience will be required when growing the Achacha. I'm here in the biodome today, and this is an Achacha that we've actually grafted onto a madrono tree. So we are attempting to get this tree to fruit earlier. So some trees could take 5 to 10 plus years for them to start bearing fruit. So just keep that in mind when you're planting an Achacha Fruit or Achacha. It's going to take some time for it to come into fruit, but it is definitely going to be worth the wait. How brilliant will you feel when you can harvest your own fruits off your very own tree? So give it a go. Pop one in, sit back, relax, and just wait for that special moment when you walk out and you pluck your own Achachas off the tree. It'll definitely be worth it. So the Achacha is a very easy to open fruit. Look at that. All I need to do is make a little dint in the skin and pop, out it goes. There was absolutely no effort in getting this fruit out of its skin. And the skin's interesting as well. You can keep the skin and make a refreshing drink with that one too. So I'll be giving that a go, because I think that when you're growing a fruit, you want to get the most out of the fruit and try everything that it has to offer. So the fruit, the skin, use it all with the Achacha. And look at that. Perfectly white, egg-shaped gorgeousness. Wow. Imagine putting that into your next fruit salad or having that in a special dish. And this is one fruit that will pair probably really well with most sweets. In South America, Bolivia, where it is native, they have a festival every year, and literally everything will be flavored with this particular flavor. So one day I would actually like to try a Achacha flavored ice cream. I think that would be absolutely incredible. So that will give you some sort of indication on where you can go with this particular fruit. So drinks, desserts, salads, take it to all those places and just go on an adventure with this particular fruit, because it's well worth it. So let's tuck in and have a taste of the Achacha or Achacha Fruit and see what we think. Wow, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Soft, sweet, delectable. A little sub-acid tartness to it, which I find really yummy in a fruit. Wow, that is absolutely stunning. You can see, I'll show you. Sorry. I'll show you the seed. So it does have quite a sizable seed in the fruit. Generally, the size of the fruit is going to be comparable to the size of the seed. So if you're like me, I like to pick the biggest fruits. So perhaps the seeds are also going to be a little bigger in those fruits, but I don't mind. Absolutely delicious. Wow. Lovely. And I'll be saving these to make a treat in the kitchen as well. So here we have some seedling Achacha Fruit Trees. They have quite an interesting shape, quite horizontal branches and long lance-like leaves. They have gorgeous new growth, quite a soft pink new shoots that come come from the tips there. It is a beautiful sunning tree. It is going to be a slow grower. We grow them in a shade house or a poly house when they're quite young, so they have been protected from the sun. They can handle the full sun, and they are a little tolerant to drought, but they do prefer to be well irrigated. Also, if we have a look at the general shape of this tree, this is a young tree. It is probably, it could be at least 2 years old. And if we have a look here, we can see that it has a nice pyramid-like shape, and that is the shape that it will continue with throughout its life. So it has a beautiful shape, quite ornamental, and just to give you an indication of how it will fit into your landscape. As a tree itself, it is quite slow growing, but it will be a bushy, dense tree eventually. So you could think about using this as a hedge as well, if you've got a spot and if you've got the time to wait for it to become a big and bushy tree, which it will one day do. So the Achacha root is a self-fertile tree, meaning you only need one tree to produce fruits. However, it is always beneficial to cross-pollinate. So if you've got room for 2 or more, then it'll definitely be worth it to plant at least 2 trees to get more fruits. We love the Achacha, and I am loving on eating these Achachas. I'll just show you again how easy that is. Quick pop, and there we go. Pop and in the mouth, so double pop. Pop there, pop here, pop it in and enjoy. In its native natural range, this is grown as an understory tree, so you could tuck this in nicely as well between other larger fruit trees or trees that you have in your yard. You could even try growing bananas, pawpaws, tamarillos, that sort of thing around this tree whilst it is young, just giving it a little bit of extra protection. And those other plants are quite short-lived, so eventually this tree will emerge and be the champion that it is. And these are also a fruit that you're going to want to keep out of the fridge, so they're best left at room temperature and enjoyed. If you did want to have them chilled, then you could keep them in the fridge for a couple of hours. However, eating them at room temperature is going to be the best. They have a really long storage life as well, so if you were to keep them in a sealed container, then they could also keep for a week or 2 as well. So what an amazing fruit. So many different uses and absolutely beautiful. So with the right conditions, a warm tropical, subtropical climate with excellent irrigation and good drainage, good feeding schedule, you want to be feeding this tree regularly to promote its growth, as it is quite a slow grower, then you could be well on your way to producing your own achachas or Achacha roots in your very own backyard. And one tree can be super productive, producing over 50 kilos of fruit per year. In Australia, we are very lucky to have a commercial plantation in far north Queensland that produces these fruits for us. So if you are interested in trying these fruits and getting your hands on some of the fruits, then ask at your local grocer, or you can email the company directly with any of your wholesale enquiries. So this is the Achacha, and it is a fabulous fruit. We have some brilliant news for you today. We have our first Achachas growing on our Achacha tree here in the biodome. Pretty incredible stuff. This is something we've been waiting quite a number of years for, as you can imagine. Achacha trees are quite slow growing, so this tree here is probably about 10 years old. It's 2 to 3 meters tall, and it is a dense tree. It has a really thick canopy on it, and these fruits are deep within the canopy, and look at them. They are absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous orange, plump balls of goodness. Wow, incredible. This is a very special day to find Achachas on your very own tree, because you really do have to be patient, and yeah, it's definitely paid off. It's really exciting to find special new fruits in your garden. And when you're growing your own food forest, one of the most incredible feelings and experiences is the element of surprise and absolute delight when you find things that you weren't expecting to find. And that's exactly what's happened here today. And we're super happy to find our very first Achachas, and it's such a wonderful tree. Pop one in and grow them for yourselves.